quad guitars or just double track guitars? What really sounds good in a mix? That's a very hard question. It really depends on two things. I'm not against quad tracking. I quad track quite often. It depends how many mics you're gonna put for each pass, because the more you mic and the more you track, the more phase interaction you're gonna have. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna be bad, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be good. The more variable you add to a electric distorted guitar recording, the more potential issues you're gonna have. There's plenty of records out there that sound good with two mics on a cabinet, left and right. There's plenty of records that sounds amazing with quad tracking. I think it also depends on the pattern. For example, I did this song, this kind of industrial song for Native Instruments last week. It's gonna come out in a video, you will hear it. In that instance, I quad tracked my guitars, and I did it because in the first two passes, I only played one string because I'm in flat A, I think, like super down two. And so it helped add in a little bit of intelligibility. And then the second pass, left and right, I played power chords. So unfortunately, it's not like a straight, this is better than that, but you kind of have to understand what the quad tracking gives you and where it helps you versus when it starts interfering with intelligibility. That's your enemy, right? When you quad track, your enemy is too much distortion building up. And if it's a tight pattern, you might lose definition. And also, this is my opinion, quad tracking means you want a high gain pass and a slightly less gain pass. I don't think there's any use in having 4 high gain passes, because at least minimum, I think everybody puts 2 microphones on a cabinet. So for each pass, you already have 2 different voicing, right? And then 2 different voicing the other side. And if you do what I do, I always change something between left and right, either one mic, or I change guitar and I leave the rig the same, or I change the EQ of the amp a little, right? So 4 high gain passes to me have not much use.